Hi, my name is Avinash Ramzan and I'm here with Shimron Hetmyer. He's just back from the ICC Cricket World Cup in England and Wales, having a well-deserved rest ahead of the India tour of the Caribbean. Of course, he's had a busy year, played in the England series early in the year as well as the IPL in India. West Indies not doing so well, finishing number 9 in the 10-team tournament after a blistering start against Pakistan. Of course, he played a role in that win as well, coming not out with Nicholas Puran. Shimron, thanks for talking to us today. A testing time for you at the World Cup. You know, you won the World Cup with the U team in 2016. Talk to us a bit about the experience playing your first senior World Cup and how much did you gain from that experience?
For me, Avinash, it was a fantastic experience for me. I really enjoyed it. Although we didn't do as great as we would have liked, and people in the Caribbean as well would have liked. I gained a lot of experience from it because it was my first World Cup, yes, and it was a lot riding on it for me and for the team as well. But it didn't come out as good as we would have liked. But the experience is always phenomenal. Playing in England, that was actually the first time I played cricket in England, and the pitches were fantastic. Batting wickets, well, cricket wickets in some cases where there was a little bit with the ball and and with stroke play as well. And uh, coming home from England to the Caribbean, it's much different because the facilities there and the facilities here are a little bit different. But it was still a good preparation. No, after knowing that we wouldn't be able to qualify, then coming back home knowing that we have to play in India at home, it was all in the preparation there after that to come back to play play in this India series, and then you have a small break as it is right now. Just spending some time at home with the family and some friends, and that's basically it for me. But the experience was just phenomenal.
All right, as I mentioned earlier in my opening remarks, you had a fantastic win against Pakistan. And everybody was saying that, West Indies are probably one of the favorites at that stage, but it went downhill from then. What went wrong for West Indies at this World Cup, in your
I don't
estimation?
think it's about anything that went wrong for us. Basically, I think after that first game, I think it was just something a little bit. We were a little bit relaxed after that. I would think, and probably not thinking about it as much as we did before, and where the guys were just probably just a little bit more relaxed, as I said earlier, about going forward playing the other teams and knowing that we have to play the better teams as I would think in international cricket as it is. And but it happens sometimes though when you get too relaxed after a big win in the first game. And it happened, as I said, it happens everywhere in all formats of the game. And it was just about us not coming to scratch in some of the other games, I guess.
Based on your form in ODI cricket prior to going to the World Cup, a lot of people expected a lot more from you, given the fact that you dominated the opposition, you got a couple of hundreds as well. You still managed to finish as the West Indian with second best average in the World Cup, 36.17, I believe. Um, were you satisfied with your input?
I
Playing for the first time,
wasn't.
especially in England?
I wasn't actually, but as I say, it was a good experience to me because some of the teams I've never played against before, and then playing against them for the first time
Right.
and seeing their bowlers and stuff, and they have as I would think a little bit more experienced players in their team, and it was for me it was a learning curve to just know about the different teams and know about the different pitches and different places that play cricket that not really play cricket that you play cricket in, and the surroundings and the people and just the pitches and the different conditions. And sometimes it's cold and
Right.
it's the sun is out again. So but it was something to take back from that. And well, there was a lot to take back from that, to
Right.
be honest. And I'll try as much as possible to put the stuff that I would have learned in the World Cup back into my game now.
Well, one of the major criticism of your career, as you would, I think you would accept as well, a lot of people have been talking about your shot selection. When you're well set, sometimes you tend to give it away. How do you deal with that criticism? A lot of people go on social media and say, when you get it right, they praise you, they like you. But when you get it wrong, it's like, there's a thin line between acceptance and condemnation. How, Shimron Hetmyer, how do you deal with that kind of criticism and thing?
Well, I don't really think about it as much
Right.
because people will say whatever they have to
Right.
say,
Hmm.
basically, and because as you said, some days you get it right, sometimes you don't. But
Exactly.
as it is, I'm just working on balancing that off because I did get some good. Well, for me, in all of the games that we played in the World Cup, I did get stars, but I just didn't carry
You
on with
carry
them.
on, right?
So coming back from that, I just sat down with some of the senior players and the coaches and stuff, and just talked a little bit more about it. And I had some people from the outside that was looking at it as well, like from the fans' point of view, and everyone they pitched in with their different points in which in they think that when I get to certain stages I get a little bit too relaxed and a little bit too
Right.
comfortable and think that I try to play too many shots and those type of things. So it's all about when I get to those positions again and when I get to that particular score again. It's just
Hmm.
about keeping a cool head and still try to rotate the strike as much as possible instead of trying to beat every ball
Right.
according to what all my friends and stuff will be saying.
Hmm.
Uh, it's just basically just to rotate strike just a little bit more and just take the game as deep as possible for me.
Does it play in your mind though that you might see a juicy full toss coming and there's a man on the boundary trying to go and you think about what people might think? Does that play in your mind?
At the moment, it doesn't. If you get out, then it's something that you will think about. But
But when you get it right, they praise you, huh?
that's the thing. But it's for me, it's all about it's still a learning curve for me because I'm just 22 years of
Right.
age.
I think
But
a lot of people forget that you're still 22. You're still young in the game.
But that's the thing. But I'm not really worrying about that as much because age is just one thing. But you could still be good or be better than you are at whatever age it is. So I'm not really thinking about the age factor that much. I'm just trying to work on my game and take it step by step. And there's some great players around me as well that helped me that could lend some of their knowledge and stuff onto me. We're building on innings is concerned and finishing off innings as well.
Mm. All right, you're preparing now for the India series here in the Caribbean. Two matches coming to Ghana, of course. How important is having that experience playing in the Indian Premier League and knowing these players? How would that help in this series coming up?
It helps a lot because you know the type of the thinking of the captains and some and the bowlers as well. Because myself, I have a good relationship with Chahal,
Right.
one of the India's best bowlers. So being around him, to just seeing how he bowls and how he takes his wickets and stuff like that. It's nice looking at those type of things and having a friendship with the guys to just know when you play against them again.
Right.
You try to not get out to them so you can have
Uh-huh.
something to talk about. But
Uh-huh.
it all helps coming back to the Caribbean when there's like different players that wasn't there. You could always lend a helping hand with them and just explain to them how a certain bowler would bowl in a situation and how they would bowl to different players and stuff like that.
All right, finally, after that, you have the CPL coming up as well, and you were one of the star performers in the tournament last year. You got off your maiden T20 and you were Ghana's top run scorer. You must be excited about the CPL this year as well.
I'm always excited for CPL. It's always nice representing Guyana. It's great representing the West Indies, but the feeling representing Guyana is much bigger. Well, for me, being a Guyanese and the crowd here in Guyana is always phenomenal. It's always great playing in front of the Guyanese crowd, and I'm just hoping to do the same I did last year, if not better, and just taking Guyana one step forward in winning the trophy this year.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Shimran, and all the best for the remainder of 2019.
Thanks,
Thanks so
Avinash.
much.